All right, don't count out the 380 and the 32 just yet. We got some Buffalo Bore plus P ammunition. And what we have here is 380 ACP plus P versus 32 H&R Magnum plus P. These are some potent little poison pills. And I had a lot of interest in this 32 H&R mag round because I shot some watermelons with it. And I did run it through some water jugs a couple years ago, but I never did a legitimate test on this yet. And we're going to do that today. So what we're working with the 32 is the 32 H&R Magnum 100 grain jacketed hollow point. It's a plus P. And with the 380, a 90 grain jacketed hollow point, and it's a plus P. This looks like an an XTP bullet, and this, I don't know what that is. It's not an XTP, it's something different. So we got a Ruger LCP and a Ruger LCR, short barrel pocket guns. So this would be a really good test. A lot of people like to see the concealed carry stuff. So we're gonna go through the chronograph. We're gonna see what kind of velocity and accuracy we get at the same time. We're gonna go through our clear ballistics, which is about 3 inches of clear ballistics after going through 4 layers of denim. This kind of represents like a pectoral muscle. And then we have some medium density fiberboard to kind of represent like a ribs or sternum hit. Typically when a bullet expands exactly the same with and without the MDF, this takes away about 2 inches of penetration in this, typically. So this is like our pectoral muscle, ribs or sternum, into more, and clear ballistics represents pretty much your average tissue that's not bone. And then I want to see what these will do from 7 yards, just firing really rapidly at our full size paper target here at 7 yards. And then we have the same size target from 25 yards, our steel silhouette, and we're going to fire some from 25 yards as well to see what kind of practical accuracy we can get at that distance. So enough talk, let's get started with the test. All right, I'm about 5 yards from the target, 4 yards from the chronograph. First up, we have our 380 ACP. It's rated at 1,200 feet per second. I highly doubt we'll get that because that's through a more standard length barrel, not a little 2 3/4 inch LCP. So let's see what we get anyways. 1096. 1104. 1112. 'Not totally reliable. 1101. 1122. Failed to eject on that one. So yeah, a little bit too hot for this pistol. I've noticed that. Typically I use lower end rounds because they feed better. So let's see how our 32 H&R Mag+P does. All right, 32 H&R Mag+P. These are rated at 1,300 feet per second, but like the 380, probably a much longer barrel, like a 4 inch or something. So let's see what I can get in my LCR with these rounds. 11, is that a read? 1122. 1180. 1175. 1175. 1166. That's not a read. And so that's what we get there. So not too bad overall for 32 H&R Mag anyways. Typically if we had a 100 grain 32 H&R Mag, we'd be closer to like 800 feet per second. So let's hit our ballistics gel block and see how these rounds compare to each other. All right, first up is our 380 ACP. Through 4 layers of denim, 3 inches of clear ballistics, 1/4 inch medium density fiberboard to represent ribs or sternum, and it's a more clear ballistics. So let's see what we get here. So what we're looking at is a pretty good amount of penetration actually. We're looking at about 16¼ inches, which would be about 18¼ So I'm not going to call that over penetration necessarily. So what we want to do is see what our gut shot will do. By the way, this is where it hit this. This generally means it's not expanding in this before it hits the fiberboard. The hole's not very big. We'll do our quote-unquote gut shot and we'll see what kind of penetration we get with that. All right, no medium density fiberboard. Let's see what our gut shot simulation will do. So that is extraordinarily interesting. That is much different than what we typically see, because typically the MDF will actually create more expansion on these little rounds, but this one not. What we're looking at here is full expansion. We're looking at about 9.5 inches total damage path. So that's doing quite well, actually. Even though a lot of people would consider this under penetration, you know, clear ballistics is a little bit harder than your typical ballistics gel, so we're on the edge there. But when we look at through our ribs or sternum shot, you know, I think that's doing quite well. So let's see how the 32 H&R Magnum does. All right, I'm going to do one more at the 380 because it occurs to me I think I hit the same hole in the denim, so we really didn't get a reliable denim hit. So let's try it again with no medium density fiberboard, and make sure to hit a clean spot on our denim here, and we'll see how this does. All right, we hit the denim. So that's really what happened there. I didn't hit the denim. So I guess you got three different things to look at here. But our damage path goes all the way to about 22.25 after going through that denim. So this really, in a sense, isn't valid because it'd be a very rare situation. You're not going to encounter some sort of clothing. So let's move on to our 32 H&R. All right, 32 H&R Magnum, 4 layers denim and the medium density fiberboard. See what we get. So this again is sort of an error thing. This is bowed down here from the way this clear ballistic melts. So I'm gonna have to hit it up here. Another shot through the MDF. I know it's getting kind of annoying that these errors keep happening, but let me do it again. All right, I'm gonna shoot a little bit higher. Right, new clean denim hit, and we went through everything. I was not expecting that at all. You know, I have a lot of respect for this round. However, that's not good. That's not good. So let's pull out the MDF, and we can see here where I'm hitting, you know, we're not getting any expansion in that first part. So that's definitely not good. Did a lot better in water jugs. So let's hit up here without the MDF, and we'll see how it does. All right, we're gonna do our simulated gut shot. Let's see what we get. All right, so what we got there is acceptable. We're looking at about 17.75, but no expansion. But we definitely had a lot of damage here. So what we're looking at here is neither of these are ideal. However, our 380, well, kind of does better, I guess, in a sense, but maybe not really, because it's really kind of hard to tell. So let's move on to our 7-yard accuracy testing, and we'll just see what I can do with these rounds. All right, 380 ACP. Now, typically LCPs do hold about 6 rounds, and that revolver holds 6 rounds. So let's see what we can get with this pretty warm 380. First shot's a jam. It's too hot. Try that again. I'm pulling it up and just trying to pop these off fast to stop an attack simulation here. So here we go. Time I got 2. There it goes. And now this LCP runs fine with typical ammo. One. Fails to extract. So let me go for a headshot real quick. See if I can get it. No, hit a little bit low. So let's move on to our 32 H&R Mag. All right, 32 H&R Mag. This is my carry gun. I actually carried it today out here. So pull this gun out, see what kind of accuracy I can get. Just trying to stop an attack here. So yeah, a lot better. That's why I carry this gun. I feel very confident with this gun, and I really like double action only, because single double action, if you have slightly large hands, you got to keep the grip down here, you lose your control. But when you have double action only, you can get all the way up here. So let's shoot for 25 yards, see how these do. All right, 25 yards, and what I'm going to do here is just some slow fire, just to kind of get an idea of what my carry guns are capable of. So a lot of people ask, you know, why 25 yards? That's way beyond typical. But the way I see it is I like to take everything into consideration, because you never know in our current times in what situation might occur. So my scenario here is, let's say that Mr. Yellow Guy's Mr. Bad Guy, he's just shooting a bunch of people, and you're the only person that has the ability to shoot back, and now it becomes your moral responsibility to save people. So let's say he doesn't see you, you got some rounds in your carry gun, and all you got's a pocket gun. So let's see what I can do. I'm gonna shoot high, see if I can get anything. And it hit low and it's jammed. So I'm aiming for headshots, honestly. It's not where it's wanting to land, but at least I'm landing shots. Jam again. I'm gonna aim over the target, I guess. And I still can't get it up that high. We're jamming every shot. So I hit, but you know, a jam every shot's really not particularly ideal. So let's pull out my carry gun, see what I can do. I'll at least go for one headshot, see if it hits anywhere near there, and adjust from there. A little bit high. All right, so that one I don't think was, the first one I don't think was high. I think I just pulled it a little bit to the right. So point of aim, point of impact, 7 yards, 25 yards. There's a reason why I carry this after, you know, shooting a lot of my guns, because this gives me full-size pistol capabilities. Andy, you see it? It's difficult to carry. No. Now the LCP, now that particular round, that pistol didn't like. Now what I found with my particular LCP is, anytime you get over about 150 foot-pounds of its exterior ballistics energy, it starts to jam up. You know, I don't know why that is necessarily, but rounds that are 150, 140, in that foot-pounds energy range, regardless of the bullet nose, they seem to feed just fine. As where a revolver, yeah, anything feeds fine in that. Now our ballistic performance, the 380 did okay when we didn't hit any denim, but the rest of the shots, I didn't see any expansion. And the same thing with 32. However, with a 32, even if it's pretty hot, I think you're definitely going to have more reliability and potentially more accuracy. So that's what you get today in my test with these rounds. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.